Yeah. We in the dark. My element. So, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is gonna be a slow day with the workouts. It's actually my first workout of the day. It's almost 12 p.m. I'm going for a powerlifting session, but wow. I was gonna say deloading. We're deloading. Yeah, I have to because what happened is the last 4 days I've just been crushing it. And not just the last 4 days, it's been months that I've been stacking results. But the thing is that it's getting to extents that are insane. It's because my muscle memory for acrobatics is waking up, calisthenics, and even powerlifting. So what happens is when all your disciplines or everything you're doing in life explodes together, yes, it's cool, but it's also an opportunity for the devil to come in and take it all from you. And what I mean by that is that if you can't control yourself and you can't be disciplined in a way where you have to be patient with yourself, you're gonna burn yourself out. And then it's almost like you're gonna have to restart the cycle. And sometimes you can even fall back so behind that you can't even repair the mistakes. So you have to be careful with that. So the video, the title, the subject of this video is, it's more for the men. Women could use it too and mirror that towards men, but women kind of do it intuitively. They do it naturally. They're good with that. And some of them do it by purpose, and that's not good when that happens, but we'll leave that for another subject. But men need to know how to test women as well. And when I say test women, not in a toxic way where you're purposely not answering for 5 days and leaving her on scene, or even another way, try to see if she's an anxious person and give a lot to try to get her closer to you and then pull away or stuff no, not that stuff. I'm talking about actually vetting the person, seeing what this person is made of and see if there's compatibility with you, and maybe perhaps you two could evolve together for a certain amount of time or even long term. And yeah, that's why I think men should do that, because a lot of men, they see a woman, she's beautiful, and they're like, oh my God. Because why? All they see is, oh my God, I want to bang her. I want to go out with her. Because, some guys, it's not even just about banging her. I can give you an example of how I used to be. Me, I was not even worried about having sex. The reason why is that's because of what I've lived in my life. I've been through certain traumas that, for me, sex wasn't even an issue. Even that, it almost seemed and I can be brutally honest with you guys, I was afraid of sex. Because to me, it was no, I don't want to go there. And it's funny, because of that, that's why I was able to have sex more often in my 20s. Because what happens is when a guy is not too eager to have sex, what's going to happen is that women are going to be more intrigued because you don't look thirsty. However, where I used to fumble myself when I was younger as well is I love to kiss. So because I love to kiss, that's where I could look like I was thirsty, because I was so eager to get on a date with a woman. So, and what's funny is that what could happen is that the woman could think, oh shit, he really wants it, meaning the sex. No, me, it was just kissing. And what's funny? There's a lot of times, and I'm getting off subject, but it's good for you guys that you know this, and even the ladies, for you to have to learn from my own experience and understand sometimes how men work, is that you see, there are times where I would go on a date with a woman and all I wanted was a kiss. And what would happen is that, because I guess I played my cards right, or maybe I was in a good vibe, we would end up making out, and the girl would be like, aren't you gonna try to go for more? And I was like, what? And it's so funny, sometimes it already happened to me. One girl was like, do I have to draw you a picture? And it makes me laugh because in my head I was like, okay, you better get on with the business. But you see, I didn't want to go further. I just wanted to kiss. And I'm a big kisser, you know? And the thing is, yeah, like, it's so funny because it makes me laugh because a lot of times I didn't want to go for sex. Or at least not right away. Like, yes, I enjoy sex too. I'm a man. But it's just to say that, you know, the woman doesn't know that. So, of course, if you as a man, you're pressing for dates, but you just want to, like, spend time with her. Like, you just want to get to know her. But the way you approach the situation, she will see it that, like, you're just thirsty. She'll think that, fuck, this guy really wants to fuck me. Like, he really wants it. And because of that, that's where she's gonna pull away. She's gonna be like, yo, chill. You know, like, you're kind of scary right now. Like, I mean, yeah, I'm thinking about it, but you're kind of pressing and it's too much. Like, even me as a man, I've already been in a situation where I was like, yo, this woman needs to calm down. Like, I'm not down for that now. But yeah, so that's why as a man, you need to understand that. And like, in your head, you're like, oh, I don't want to go too fast. But the way you're behaving, you make her feel like you want to go too fast. So that's why she's pulling away and she doesn't want to see you. Like, you know, so just think about these things. So now I'm going to give you the ways that you can test a woman, but like in a proper way, you know, like I said, not in a toxic way where you're going to make her head spiral. That's not cool. That's not nice. You want to be chill, you know, you want to be balanced. So the first thing I'm going to say is watch how she deals with her own mood. You know, like, are her moods up and down? You know, like, is she, like, you know, women have their menstruations, right? They have their period. They're emotional, and they have their cycles that every month they go through. So that's normal. Their mood will go up and down. But there are women out there that are better at handling those up and downs. Even during the downs, there are women that are so self-aware, they're going to be like, I know it's temporary. It's just because right now I'm going through my period. You see what I'm saying? So that's what you want to watch for. You want to see, can she self-regulate, or do you have to be her regulator when her mood is down? Because if you have to be her regulator when her mood is down, not good at all. It's gonna tire you out. Sorry, I'm not saying the words right now. That's because I'm a bit tired. But yeah, it's gonna tire you out. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? It's gonna make you more fatigued. So because of that, what's gonna happen is you're gonna burn yourself out. You know, it's not gonna be a well-balanced relationship, because you're always gonna have to manage your emotions when she's down, when she had a bad day, and you don't want to deal with it. It doesn't mean you never want to be present for her when she needs to express herself, but you cannot be the one that's 24/7 holding her by the hand. She's not your little girl, okay? So that's number one. You want to watch her mood. So that's how you can test her. Watch, observe. Most of what I'm saying is observation, but I'm just giving you pinpoints, nuances, so you can use them for yourself, so you're able to properly vet a lady. Now the next point, you have to see how she handles stress as well. Meaning, she's going through her own life, you're going through yours, right? There are days you're going through a crazy day, you know, like you have 10 people that are throwing stuff at you, and then there's her as well. How do you deal with it? Well, you deal with it, right? Like, in a sense that you try to pace things out. You're like, okay, I have this to deal with, then I'm going to deal with this after, then I'm going to respond to her. Well, see how she deals with it as well, because she probably has a life as well, right, that she's going through. She's not just there waiting for you to reply to her. So how you test her with that is that you got to just be yourself no matter what. Of course, if she lets you know, like, oh wow, today's a very stressful day for me, be wise. Don't like throw at stuff at her at the same pace that you would normally when you know that she's there, that she's present, and that she's able to interact with you normally. You're gonna burn her out. Like, you don't want to do that, okay? But let's say you don't know. Let's say she's just going through her day. You want to just be yourself, keep being yourself, and you'll see one day she will tell you, like, I'm really stressed out today, and like, sorry, maybe one day she'll take longer to reply to you, or even reply to you the next day, and she'll be like, oh, like I was all over the place and stuff like that. You need to observe, how does she deal with it? Is she someone that when she's stressed out, she'll disappear for like a month? Because that's what happens to some women. Some women, you'll not hear from them for weeks, and then they'll come back as if nothing and be like, oh yeah, I was busy. And I'll be honest with you, if a woman has to disappear for weeks, you probably don't want to deal with a woman like this. How are you going to build something that's real? You need a certain amount of momentum. You don't want to go too fast, but that's too slow, 3 weeks. And I'm not saying that you have to be bitter and angry at her for pulling away for 3 weeks. What I'm trying to say is that if she's not able to be steady at a certain pace that feels right to you, I mean, if 3 weeks feels good to you, go on, continue. But if for you it's like, look, I got my stuff in place, I'm moving forward, I'm growing. If you feel like the person just disappeared out of nowhere and it's because of stress, well, I'm sorry. I think the person, there's two things. You need to respect yourself, but also, if you want my honest opinion, I think the person needs to work on their stress management or even time management, because you're not gonna build a real foundation, a solid base with someone when like when they disappear like for 3 weeks or even a month or even sometimes longer. You can't build something real. Like it's not sustainable. So that's another point you want to watch. It's like how the woman deals with stress. Also, how she handles your wins. How she handles your wins is very important. If when you have a win and you're proud and you tell her about it, you're like, oh yeah, I managed to do this, I'm so happy. If she's like your cheerleader and she's like, oh my God, that's so cool. She hypes you up, thumbs up. If she kind of deviates and just talks about her own stuff, or doesn't even show acknowledgement that she's happy for you, that's a bad sign, man. There's women out there that actually hate on you. They'll stick by your side in the beginning, but it's actually just to suck out your knowledge and your resources, just to throw you out after. They actually hate on you. A lot of guys are not aware of that, but yes, a woman that's dating you or getting to know you could actually hate on you. She could be going in her head like, why does he have all this? Like, why is he so strong? Why is he so good? Like, they compete with their partners sometimes, even in full-blown relationships. There's relationships that are extremely toxic. It's always about who's gonna get the next big win, to shove it in the other person's face, to show that they're better. And that's very bad. That's very bad. You're not supposed to be in competition with your partner. You're supposed to be a team, to push one another further, not compete with one another. But the thing is, a lot of people are not aware of that, and because of that, they burn themselves out. So the thing is, you want to see how she handles your wins. If she's your cheerleader, good. If she seems like she's distant when you talk about your wins, not a good sign. You probably want to invest in someone else, or just focus on yourself, like this. I'm laughing because I see so many posts on Instagram. Focus on yourself. The meme where the guy who puts his arm on the guy's shoulder. The guy's like, oh. Just focus on yourself, bro. It's okay. No, but it's true. It's okay for real. It's gonna be okay. You gotta enjoy life. When you're able to laugh about these things, that's when you're gonna win, because you're not gonna take things so personally. That's the issue with a lot of men today. They take things so personally, and it really sabotages them. So it's okay. Don't worry. There's so many beautiful ladies. There's always gonna be a new one. Don't you worry, big boy. You're good. You're good. Now the next step. That because I have notes over there. I use notes because sometimes now I'm tired. I'll forget ideas. When I'm full power and I'm fully there, I don't need my notes. I actually remember. It's crazy. Sometimes I'm even surprised. I'm like, shit, I remembered everything. So yeah, the next point is you also want to see, and that's, I would almost say, no, it's not more important, but it's very important. It's how she handles your losses or when you fail. Very, very important. Because if the woman that's by your side is only your cheerleader when you win, that's a lot of pressure, my guy. That's a lot of pressure. That means you have no room for mistakes. And no room for mistakes? I mean, look, I'm not gonna lie. Lately, I've been crushing it. I haven't been making much mistakes. I kind of feel like my mom. My mom never makes mistakes. But now it's funny. She does mistakes, but they're very subtle, and she's able to admit it. Before, she couldn't. But my mom, I'm not gonna lie, side story. As I was growing up, my mom was Mrs. Perfect. Flawless. Never making a mistake. And I'm not gonna lie, right now, I am in that like vibe right now where I pretty much, people even tell me, it's like, are you perfect or something? And I'm like, no, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. It's just that my mistakes are so micro that people that are not at my level or haven't done enough self-development, they think I'm like a god. But it's like, no, I'm not perfect. I still do mistakes. I'm a human being as well. Well, no, not true. I'm Gohan, meaning I'm a Saiyan. I'm a half Saiyan. So yes, I am above the normal. You see how I'm being playful with you guys? But the thing is, like, you understand what I'm trying to say is that, yes, because I'm super self-aware and I'm very cautious, and it's like I'm able to micromanage people without tiring myself out. And you see, I said the word well right now, and I didn't even try to force myself. That's what happens when you let go. You see, my ADHD is going all over the place, but I'm having fun with this. I like that. But it's just to say that, yes, because I know myself so well, I'm able to like notice little things and manage them without burning myself out. And that's because I know myself, and I'm grounded in it. But the thing is, so what I'm trying to get at is that, yes, I am a guy that kind of looks like I could fit with a woman that would always expect me to win. But I'll be honest, even me, I do not want that in my life. Why? Because what will happen the one day that I lose? Like, even a superhero loses once in a while. It's not true that a superhero will constantly win over and over and over. And I'll be honest, if a superhero never loses, it gets boring. It gets boring because it's like, we know he's going to win. We know he's going to win. It's like, no, he has to lose, so we see him fall, and then he rises again, right? So even me, I need some failures here and there, or else I'm not going to grow anymore. So the thing is, even me, or let's say you're similar to me, it's like you're in this like vibe right now where you're thriving like crazy, you know? Your training is improving. Your overall mental health keeps improving. Your finances are improving. Everything is just crushing it. You got to be careful, because there's a lot of women, they're just going to stick around because you're winning. The moment they see that you're losing once, they're out. So that's bad. You need to watch that. And how do you watch that? Well, you got to take your time with the woman, because as you take your time with the woman for sure will stumble upon a moment where you lost, you know? And when I say lost, it's not like a crazy loss, like, I don't know, like, I'm not saying like, oh, it's like, I don't know, you became broke for some reason, or you injured yourself very badly. I'm not talking about that dramatic, but those are good signs. I mean, let's say you injure yourself, you did a bad move at the gym, or an accident happened, and she's still there to support you. Dude, that's a good lady. Because there's people that are gonna be like, that's not interesting for me anymore. And at the same time, I can understand, you know, like, if you do injure yourself really badly and you cannot do something anymore, and you're in a lifestyle, it's like, look, like, the person is respecting themselves, you know? But it's just to say that you want to still watch for these things. Like, if it's a little loss, like, I don't know, like, there's some women, they're very dark in the sense that, I don't know, like, let's say you go to the gym and you're the big dog and you lift heavy weights, and one time you fell a rep, and the woman's like gets the ick for that. I'm sorry. she's not a good lady. Like, come on. It happens once in a while. If you fell all the time and you look like an ego lifter, that's a different story. But if it's one time, like once in a blue moon, it's like, who gives a fuck? It's actually laugh about it. You know, it's like, oh my God, I failed, you know, like, but don't allow women to like suddenly look down on you just because of one fell. It's like, no, you don't want a woman like that. You know, that you shove that on the side. You know, it's not respectful at all. And yeah, that's simply not good for you. Now, the last thing I'm gonna add to the video is simply, does she add value to your life in multiple ways? And I'm gonna cross one out right away because we know, you know, it's so funny. A lot of guys are gonna be like, what does she bring to the table? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Does she know how to fuck? Does she know how to fulfill your fantasies? Dude, that's the, you know, women, you know, and that's how you're gonna trigger women. When a guy says that, women know. They know what you mean by what you bring to the table. You know, and that's the problem, is that you need as a man to understand that there's not only sex in life, you know, there's not only sex. Wait, the person almost ran into me. That's crazy. I saw it last minute. Good thing I have good reflexes. But the thing is, what I was gonna say is, yeah, so what I was gonna say is you gotta add value in another way. Like, the woman has to add value in another way. It's not just sex. You know, it's also, you know, like how she treats you. How does she try to invest in your projects? Does she try to like make you feel better as a man overall? These things are very important in a sense that you need to see if beyond the sex, because sex is going to be there, but you're going to get, when I say bored, is that, look, you meet a woman that's beautiful and you two have sex, and then after a month of banging like every day, it's like you get bored and then you want to go to the next thing, right? So you need to see if she's gonna like add value to your life in a way where she adds just things. I have a loss of thoughts right now. Let me take my time. So yeah, what I'm trying to say, it's so funny, and I'm gonna post it because it's good. I want you guys to see when I'm like, I'm not always all there, but I'm still like able to do the conversation. So the thing is, yes, you want to see beyond the sex if she's gonna like make your life better overall. Yes, that's what I wanted to say. It's if she's gonna make your life better in multiple ways. Like, for example, you talk to her about your workouts and you're like, yeah, I'm trying to figure this out. And then she's like, oh, well, did you think about doing this? This could perhaps help you. Things like this. She's adding value to your life. Or let's say you're starting a business, or you're, you know, like me, I coach people online for fitness and even personal development. So what's going to happen is, let's say you talk about a situation with her and you're like, yeah, I'm figuring this out and this is improving and I'm doing better with that stuff. What's going to happen is that you're going to notice that she might try to like add little like advices here and there. That's good. She's trying to help you. You know, she's trying to add value to your life. When she does that, these are good check marks. There's something beyond just the sex. Because sex, like I said, it's going to fade away. Like, especially if you don't know how to manage that. If you don't have good discipline as a man, you're going to abuse it. And even her, she's going to get sick of it and she's not going to want to have sex with you anymore. She's going to close her legs. So you need to, you need to watch if she adds value to your life in different ways than just giving you sex. Intimacy is one thing among many things that she can add value to your life. So I hope this video added value for you. And I hope you laughed when I had that little. It's because the guy that literally almost ran into me. Like I was parking and somebody else came in to park, and our cars were very close, but I was able to watch it and like stop. So that's why I lost my train of thoughts. And you know what the funny thing? He kept looking at me like I was a dickhead. And I was like, dude, you're like, I was already parking. And he was like, he's still looking at me, and he's actually still there. He's like transporting things. It's okay. It's fine. He's probably gonna like make a comment to me after when I leave the car, but I'll be like, yo, dude, just have a good day, man. But yeah, I hope this video, you enjoyed it. If you did, then you can leave a like. You can leave in the comments maybe what's the most important for you, you know, like because out of everything I said, maybe there's like level of importance, right? Maybe for you it's more about her being able to manage her mood. Maybe for you it's how she handles your wins. So maybe you can talk about that in the comments, you know, if you're open to talk about it. Never force yourself. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out the future videos. And I'll see you guys soon. Have an amazing day. Take care of yourself. Be safe.